few years ago, General Washington enlisted the assistance of Baron von Steuben, a distinguished Prussian officer, to help instill discipline. Baron von Steuben arrived at Valley Forge in February of 1778, facing an army of several thousand undisciplined, half-starved, wretched men in rags. To correct these conditions, he set to work immediately and wrote regulations designed to teach the discipline of drill to a model company of 120 selected men. Discipline became a part of the military for these individuals as they learned to respond to commands without hesitation. As they mastered the art of drill and began to work as a team, this group developed a collective sense of pride in themselves and in their unit. Watching this model company perform, observers were amazed to see how quickly and efficiently the troops could be massed and maneuvered into different battle formations. Later, members of this model company were assigned throughout the regular army to teach drill. It was throughout the simple emphasis on drill that the effectiveness and efficiency of Washington's Continental Army were improved. In 1789, Baron von Steuben wrote the American Army First Field Manual, the regulations for the order and discipline of the troops of the United States. The drill procedures placed into effect at Valley Forge were not changed for over 85 years, and many of these same procedures are still in use today. One form of drill is the salute. Since early times, men of arms have used some form of salute as an exchange of greeting, the most popular of which has been the hand salute. This exchange has been preserved and its use continued in all modern militaries, which inherit their traditions from the age of chivalry. Throughout today's ceremony, you will see the airmen presenting the arms as one form of the military salute. The civilian counterpart of the salute is manifested in various ways, such as placing the right hand over the heart when the national anthem is played, or raising the hand when greeting a friend. The military salute is given in the same manner as a gesture of recognition and a friendly greeting as a comrade in the honorable profession of arms. To maintain the proper decorum and respect for events such as this, we ask that you abide by the following standards while you are here. First, there will be times that you will be asked to stand for the invocation, the playing of the national anthem, ruffles and flourishes, the playing of the Air Force song, the reciting of the oath of enlistment, and the Airman's Creed. Second, we ask that you remain silent during these times, reflecting on the price that has been paid for our freedom. Third, we ask that you pay respect to the flag during the national anthem and as it passes during the review. Military members in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute. Civilians should stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. After the last note of the national anthem and after the flags have passed, you may then return your hand to your side. We also ask that all cell phones and other electronic devices be silenced at this time. As the flags pass in review, applause is appropriate, but please limit that applause so that others may hear the narration of the names and hometowns of the military training instructors. Please reserve the strictest respect during our oath of enlistment. During this oath, airmen pledge their lives to support and defend the Constitution and our country. For the safety and comfort of those around you, we ask that you remain in place until our distinguished guests have left their reviewing stand and departed the area. Restroom facilities are located in the buildings on either side of the parking lot, and during this morning's ceremony, smoking and the consumption of alcoholic beverages is not permitted. Please be cautious when ascending and descending the bleachers. Please use handrails where available and watch for tripping, slipping, and falling hazards. Finally, please do not go onto the grassy areas when taking photos during the ceremony. The flights before you today are named after Air Force pioneers who have made significant contributions to our enlisted heritage. They have special meaning to all airmen, especially those who are transitioned from civilians to warrior airmen of character. Today's graduates make up these heritage flights and will continue to shape our Air Force. And now I'd like to take a moment to inform you on specific flight locations on the parade field, as viewed from the bleachers, from your left to your right. The first 4 heritage flights to pass through you today are from the 321st Training Squadron, Binnaker, Benkin, Murray, and Blake flight. Next are Blue, Roy, and Cody flight from the 323rd Training Squadron. In the center of the parade field is the 737 Training Group's Drum and Bugle Corps from the 321st Training Squadron. The flight selected to carry a national, state, and territory flag is from the 324th Training Squadron, the Pratt-Wallow flight, followed by Matthews flight from the 323rd Training Squadron. Next are McCoy, Andrews, Parrish, and Kingston flight from the 320th Training Squadron. The last 2 flights that pass in review today are from the 324th Training Squadron, Harlow and McKinley flight. At this time, please find a place to sit. Thank you, and enjoy today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the entrance of our official party. Please remain standing for the invocation given by Chaplain Long.
May we bow our heads in prayer. Lord our God, we thank you for the gift of life and for the gift of this moment, in this place, in this uniform, surrounded by these people. We are in awe of what you have done and what you will soon accomplish. Therefore, we humbly beg you to keep us open and resilient, so no wisdom goes unheeded, no question goes unanswered, no reward goes ungiven, no challenge goes unconquered, and no opportunity becomes wasted. Lord, today is a moment of great pride, but also a time of uncertainty. Please give us calmness of heart, as well as strength of body. Professionally as well as personally, may today be a first step into an unlimited future. May we trust in others as you have placed your trust in us. And as we go forth from this noble field, may we never forget the wise teaching of our native son, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Peace is possible if and only when peace begins with me. In your mercy, make us, wherever we go and whatever we do, an anointed people who are pleasing to our nation, as our nation is pleasing to us. And we ask these things in your most holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Long. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's Basic Military Training Graduation Parade. We would like to introduce our distinguished guests, beginning with the host for today's ceremony. The Commander, Air Force Basic Military Training, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Colonel Jason Carruthers. The Superintendent, Air Force Basic Military Training, Texas, Chief Master Sergeant Hope Skibitsky. Today's reviewing officer is the Director of Plans, Programs, Requirements, and Assessments, Headquarters Air Education and Training Command, Joint Base San Antonio, Randolph, Texas, Brigadier General William Spangenthal. From the 37th Training Wing, the Vice Commander, 37th Training Wing, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Colonel Jeffrey Ballison. Also in attendance with us today, Commander, 9th Air Force, Air Combat Command, Shaw Air Force Base, South Carolina, Major General Scott Zopis. The Command Chief Master Sergeant, Air Force Technical Applications Center, Patrick Air Force Base, Florida, Chief Master Sergeant Michael Joseph. We would also like to introduce a distinguished group in attendance with us today. The Air Education and Training Command 85, 8, and 9 Directorate, hosted by Brigadier General Spangenthal. They are attending today's graduation and remind themselves of where many airmen begin their journey into the United States Air Force, and we are privileged to have them in attendance. Please stand to be recognized. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 37th Training Wing is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. The airmen who will pass in review today have completed a demanding 7.5-week program that provides Air Force units throughout the world with trained airmen. Part of this training includes time-proven concepts of military customs and traditions, of which this parade is a vital part. All graduating airmen will also march over the enlisted heroes walk. They will lead the way for thousands of airmen that will follow. all reflecting on our enlisted heritage, tradition of honor, and our legacy of valor. Our Commander of Airmen is Technical Sergeant Shanira Ruth, Military Training Instructor, 324th Training Squadron. General Spangenthal will review today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated.
Too bad, though. Could be worse. A wing. Yeah.
737 Training Group, United States Air Force, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas. Subject, 2017 Annual Retreat Streamer. The first place retreat streamer is awarded to the 321st Training Squad for excellence in retreat competition during the period of 1 January through 31 December 2017. Signed, Jason Carruthers, Colonel, United States Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of ruffles and flourishes.
March the command in review.
And on earth, hearts.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Hearts. In your department, order on.
Ladies and gentlemen, graduating airmen passing in review today represent a portion of the 40,000 recruits who will complete basic military training this year. The 737 training group provides all recruits the essential military training to become motivated members of the enlisted corps of the greatest air force in the world. The military training instructors are responsible for the indoctrination, development, and discipline of the airmen. They have dedicated endless hours to ensure all training objectives are met. Today's graduates have proven through academic studies, military training, physical training, and the development of teamwork that they are ready to take their place in the United States Air Force. The flights you will view today are a representation of the enlisted force. Each flight represents an enlisted member of the Air Force who has embodied our core values and contributed to its heritage. As our graduates turn left onto the bomb run and pass in view, they are marched over the Enlisted Heroes Walk. The airmen recognized in the papers have been awarded our nation's highest honors, representing heroic and unselfish actions as members of the United States Air Force in armed conflicts, including present-day operations in Afghanistan. They include medals of honor, 28 Air Force crosses, and 190 silver stars awarded for bravery during encounters with hostile enemy combatants. These enlisted heroes serve to inspire all airmen to execute their duties courageously and with honor in their services to the great nation. Armed with the knowledge of our past, the airmen will execute the hero walk by marching over a blue line, signifying their ascension to the greatest air power in the world. Musical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by the 737 Training Group from the 321st Training Squad, formed today under the direction of Lieutenant Sergeant Douglas Costa, hometown, Pennsylvania. These training Allen, New York. From the 321st Training Squad, 737 Train Group Drama Pupil Corps, led by Technical Sergeant Sean Smith, hometown, Worcester, Massachusetts, and Technical Sergeant Ashley Gonzalez, hometown, Tacoma, Washington. The 81st Commander is Master Sergeant Brandon Thomas, Master Military Training Instructor, 331st Training Squadron, hometown, Oklahoma, California. From the 323rd Training Squadron, representing the Air Force Combat Action Medal recipient, Blue Flight, led by Technical Sergeant James Mitchell, hometown, Wayland, Michigan. From the 323rd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 16, Roy Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Christine Castro, hometown, Palmdale, California. From the 323rd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 17, Cody Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Alexander Springman, hometown, Naperville, Illinois. The squadron's flank is the color guards from the 320th Training Squad, led by Technical Sergeant James Owens, hometown, Whitewood, South Carolina. The flight selected here at National State and Territorial Flag from the 324th Training Squadron, representing the first female command Major Command Program Manager for Pratt Waldo Flight, led by Technical Sergeant David Morgan, hometown, Haleyville, Alabama, and Technical Sergeant Dana Long, hometown, Reno, Nevada. Squadron Commander is Master Sergeant Nathan Peterson, Military Training Instructor, 320 Training Squadron, hometown, Council Bluffs, Iowa. From the 323rd Training Squadron, representing the Medal of Honor recipient, Athlete's Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Ryan Hoskins, hometown, Ontario, California. From the 320 Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant Air Force number 6, McCoy Flight, led by Technical Sergeant H.R. Simpson, hometown, Pensacola, Florida. From the 320 Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant Air Force number 7, Andrews Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Jeremiah Simmons, hometown, Albuquerque, New Mexico. From the 320 Training Squadron, representing Chief Master of the Air Force number 8, Parrish Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Daniel Dwan, hometown, Greenville, South Carolina. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master on the Air Force number 10, Kingston Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Timothy Jones, hometown, Texarkana, Arkansas. From the 324th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master on the Air Force number 2, Harlow Flight, led by Technical Sergeant David Britt, hometown, Enterprise, Alabama. From the 324th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master on the Air Force number 15, McKinley Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Brandon Long, hometown, Birmingham, Alabama. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the United States Air Force song. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. Over the last 7.5 weeks, the airmen before you have transformed from trained to motivated, disciplined warrior airmen with the foundation to serve in the world's greatest air force. Once these airmen leave basic military training, they will enter airman suites where they will develop their critical thinking skills and further personalize the Air Force core values. They will continue on to technical training to learn the skills needed to perform one of over 118 Air Force specialties. They will then move on to serve at one of over 84 Air Force bases around the world or work directly with our sister services. As these airmen move on to technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the Air Force. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibilities and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and ready to deploy and operate in an expeditionary environment while maintaining home station readiness. Of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the U.S. military, and an even smaller percentage in the United States Air Force. You should be proud of their accomplishments thus far. The airmen before you have reached a milestone in their Air Force journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors. These airmen are the future of our Air Force and will pave the way for future generations of airmen as we continue to fly, fight, and win. We would like to take a moment to congratulate all of our squadron honor graduates, as well as their families. Basic military training honor graduates distinguish themselves by being ranked in the top 10% of all airmen graduating in their class. The exceptional personal dedication, integrity, service before self, and sustained excellence these airmen displayed throughout basic military training earned them this outstanding distinction. As airmen march forward for the oath of enlistment, we would like to thank the families and friends who are here in support of the airmen graduating today. Your words of encouragement help motivate these airmen through 7.5 weeks of basic military training. On behalf of the United States Air Force and Air Force Basic Military Training, we extend our thanks to the families and friends of American airmen for the support of our airmen and the greatest air power the world has ever known.
U.S. flags down!
General Slangenthal will now come forward and address our graduated airmen.
All right, well, good morning, everybody. I'll make a deal with you. The louder you are, the shorter I'm going to be. Is that fair? I'm pretty sure I'm about the only thing that stands between you getting out of those stands and coming to see your loved ones. So, welcome to sunny and warm San Antonio. Yeah, so I'm probably the only person that went out and bought a pair of gloves last night, right? Yeah, I know. Well, to everybody in the stand, moms, dads, brothers, sisters, sons, daughters, grandmas, grandpas, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, friends, loved ones, all around, welcome. Welcome to San Antonio, and thank you for being here. I know you're proud of these young men and women behind you. So this is your test. How about we show them how proud we are? As loud as we can. Let's give them a big round of applause. Come on, man. I know we have some veterans out here today in the stands. If you would humor me, could we have all the veterans, all services, please stand up for me real quick.
We love you, kids!
Yeah, there we go. Thank you so much for your service. Thank you for the paths that you have created for us and for these folks here. Your service is so appreciated. Thank you so much for being here today. You're about to walk out of the stand and go see your loved ones. They are not the same person that you saw, a couple of months ago. And the reason they're not is because they've learned, they've trained, and they've studied under some incredible people. So all these folks with these really cool hats that you get too close, they might touch them, just come. So be careful. These MTIs have done a phenomenal job. So I would like you to thank them in advance for what you're about to see right behind me. Let's give them a round of applause. Yeah. All right, really briefly, Airmen, congratulations. Now, I don't know if I have this authority, but I'm going to take this opportunity since I have the money. Enjoy this moment. This is one of the greatest days of your life. You're never going to forget this. My dad was here 50 years ago. A lot of the folks in the stands were in your same place. They have not forgotten this moment in time. Take a look around. I'm okay with that. I'm good seeing some heads moving. Soak it in for a second. This is a big deal. Nobody's going to yell at you for the next 5 seconds. I promise. We are so proud of everything that you've achieved thus far. But I got to tell you, this is just the start. Some of us are going to be retiring soon. Many have already retired in the state. We are counting on you to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. We're counting on you to defend our freedom. And this is the start. And I know we found the right 700 plus airmen to do that today. So I would just challenge you right now. Be great airmen. Go do phenomenal things for our nation. Take risks. Innovate. Be bold. We're counting on you. And we're excited to have you as part of the team. I'm personally incredibly honored to serve at each and every one of you, and I look forward to shaking your hands here soon. So, I think you're waiting for this. I got one question for you. Are you ready to join the ranks of the world's greatest Air Force? I think that answered the question.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. General Spangenthal now administers the oath of enlistment.
Now please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm. That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States. And the orders of the officers appointed over me. According to regulations in the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you, General Spangenthal. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as our newest airmen recite the Airman's Creed and remain in place for the departure of our official parties. I am an American airman. Thank you. Please be seated.
Right hand!